The Romanov anniversary. I would like to remember a precious family, very precious ones. They were not noble people. They were the servants of their people. They were very far for Europe style, we can say. They were really very precious people since the beginning. I would like to reflect about them with some paintings of mine. Russian monasteries. They were always so close to monastery. Their spirituality was so deep. My silence during this movie, we can say, is I would like that this silence can be a meaningful silence in order to make you reflect. Romanoff were I just say that not only the last family was a family of saints and martyrs. All the Romanovs are, we can say, martyrs because they are so misunderstood by people, by this society, above all, because we want what is superficial. We judge. We are a society of judges. When we meet a person, we judge this person, and this person usually is so bad. Usually we are the best, and the person who is in front of us is bad. I would like a better society. I would like a society with people who reflect. Peter went to another northern country in order to learn to be a carpenter and to build his dream with many other carpenters, St. Petersburg. Romanovs were really the servants of their people. Michail Romanov, a 16-year-old boy, was elected by the then city sober Assembly of the Land in 1613. The Romanovs were elected by a popular assembly. They are unique. The Romanovs are really unique in the world. No one, no king, no one was elected. No nobleman was elected by the people. And all the Romanovs were close to the people. The first member of the Romanov dynasty and founder of the Romanov family dedicated the time of his reign to reforms, thus changing the political situation that had formed by that time in ancient Russia. We have outstanding figures in this family: Peter, Catherine II, Alexander I. Alexander I with Russian people, and Kutuzov defeated Napoleon and his terrible ideas for Europe. Alexander I signed the Holy Alliance because he wanted a better Europe, a better world. This Europe is a Europe of servants, of the banks. Alexander I signed the best document for a better world, for a better Europe. Also, Nicholas II had great ideas for a better world. Many institutes we have now took inspiration from Nicholas II's thoughts. The Romanov came from the land of Prussia. Probably they came from Lithuania. Initially, Michail's mother protested against the election of such a young boy. Michail was really a young boy. He was inexperienced, but the boyars assured her that Michail would be held responsible to God for the destruction of Russian and other mortal sins if he persisted in his refusal to accept the little title. Was considered a little title in order to govern Russia. It was great. In the northern countries of the world, of Europe, what is great is considered sometimes little. That's why Russia was so great. When young Michail learned he was about to be granted the highest title anyone could dream of in Russia, he burst into tears of fear and despair. He was finally persuaded to accept the throne by his mother, who saw no way out, so she blessed the young man who had to obey. Michail Romanov was crowned on 22 July 1613. Thanks to Michail, Russian industry entered an era of prosperity. The first manufactories appeared alongside the all-Russian market. Diplomatic and trade relations with other countries improved greatly, and agriculture seemed to get a second wind. Michail's politics helped raise the living standards of the common people and make Moscow one of the most beautiful and festive cities of the time. We have to remember that in Russia there was no slavery as in other countries of Europe. In Russia, the ministers of the Tsars were outstanding figures. One of the last ministers was Pyotr Stolypin. Never in other countries where will be ministers like Pyotr Stolypin, but in Russia there was a revolution wanted by very rich people, because a revolution cost a lot of money. So the revolution in Russia was organized by very rich people. Reflect about this. Romanov and also Habsburg were no more convenient for the economy of the new world. They governed extremely well, Habsburg and Romanov, but they were no more convenient for the economy of the world. Reflect about this. Peter. In no country we have such people as Romanovs, who dedicated completely their life to their country. The last they were Habsburg or extremely religious was proclaimed the Romanov. Reflect, who made a lot. Very rich people were very powerful people to make against Romanov. The servant, Habsburg people too, was killed. Reflect about it. I live in a country, Italy, that always, since its unity, was not so well governed as Russia, and all the members of his family are saying, I hope there will be no revolution. But the last, to be sincere, Habsburg Russia was governed very well by Romanoff. Other countries were not governed so well by very rich kings, princes, were all very powerful people were against Romanoff and Habsburg. Serafin of Asaro. Please read his prophecy. I live in a country about Italy that always, since its unity, was not so well governed as Russia. Pray for Russia. There was no Russian people. I hope let's pray for Russia. There will be no Russian people. But we have to remember this anniversary was governed very well by Romanoff. Good other countries were not. I say again that we have to remember this anniversary, something like this. Of the Romanov Serafin of Asaro, with prayers and good read his prophecy about the last Tsar and his family. Pray for Russia and Russian people. Let's pray for Russia and Russian people. We have to remember this anniversary with prayers and with good deeds. I say again that we have to remember this anniversary of the Romanoffs with prayers and good deeds.